Too easy. Oh, man.
What's good, baby?
Oh, man. We're here, man. We're here. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. And so, man, bro, we're here, baby. And so we got a special one for y'all today. So I know you guys been seeing, if you guys haven't seen our posts, good, because we got a special treat for y'all today. If you guys like delving into the mind of conspiracy theories, talking real stuff, just keeping it real all the way on everything, we got a special one for y'all today. And
You
so we
already
got
know it's easy. We always gonna keep it. We always gonna keep it real, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's too
sir.
easy. So we're gonna give you an unfiltered episode, and
Yes,
just
sir.
get ready. Just get ready to think. Comments. Make comments in the chat so we can interact. But yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir. And so make sure you guys are hitting us up on the chat, because at the end of the video, we will be asking all these questions to our special guest. So speaking of our special guest, we have the unique, the entrepreneur, the author, the soul coach himself. Ladies and gentlemen, etc. I give you Von Intelligent. What's good, big dog?
What's good, man? How y'all feeling, bro?
What's good? Yes, sir.
Hey,
We
feeling
here,
excited,
We
man.
here. Yes, sir.
Sir. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
happy to be here, bro. This is gonna be crazy. Hey, chat, y'all turn me up, man. Turn me up. Put some W's or something in the chat. Turn us
Yes,
up.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, W's in the chat box, man. Let's get it. So hey,
All right,
Fun Intelligent, man. So let's get started with this, man. Why don't you talk about like where you from, like where you grew up, where you know, what do you do and everything like that.
Of course, without exposing too much, you know, you don't want to
Yeah,
get
I
too
don't want to
personal.
expose.
Not too personal, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
So
enough.
my whole story starts in Texas. This is where I'm from. I'm Texas native.
Texas
I'm from
native. Let's
yes,
go.
sir. I'm from y'all know where Tyler is? Tyler, Texas?
Yeah, Tyler, Texas, yeah.
That's my earliest years. I started there at kindergarten through like second grade. And then boom, I moved up here to Dallas. I just been here ever since. Well, I wouldn't say that. I moved away my sophomore year in high school, went to Oklahoma. That's why I had my spiritual awakening, because shit, it ain't nothing to do in Oklahoma but sit around and look at each other. And boom, moved to Oklahoma. And then I just made it back to Dallas not too long ago. So I'm here. That's where we at.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's what's up, man.
We all Texas. Well, we all Texas. I'm from Texas. Big dog King Barco. He lives in Texas currently. I'll be moving there next year. But we pretty much Houstonians. I'm born and raised Houstonian. So yeah, man. You see, I got the Rockets. I still got the James Harden. You know,
jersey, y'all.
Yeah, I'm still repping the James Harden. But yeah, man. So you from Texas, and why did you decide to become an influencer?
Cause like I've always wanted to make content. I did challenges in the past. I did public interviews in ninth grade. I did silent dance battles, all kinds of shit, bro. I was just trying something. And moving away, I was away from my friends, away from the people, away from the fun, just in the country. But I still had a love for making videos. I've always wanted to make content. And so on my Snapchat, if y'all don't have me on Snapchat, go add me on there, because that's where I talk the most shit.
Gotcha.
My Snapchat, bro, I was posting on there, I was just talking. And then one person was like, bro, you should make videos. And then other people would be like, bro, that's facts. And then when I try to tell my homies or some shit what I'm talking about, I'm like, bro, we don't care about this shit right now. I'm trying to go get lit. So I'm like, all right. I do want to make content. I do want to help people, because at this point in time, when I moved to Oklahoma, I'm researching like crazy, because it's middle of COVID when I'm in Oklahoma. COVID was like, it kind of put us all in the house for a minute, so I ain't had nothing to do but just get on the computer. I start researching, finding out things, what COVID really is. I found out all that shit just fake military exercise, just stuff like that. So I started questioning a lot of things. Then I realized this world not what it seems, bro. And so I just got like this great feeling within me that's like, bring these two together. You love making content and you know shit. Bring them together. And so now we here, and Now I'm not even passionate about the numbers, bro. I don't even care about numbers.
Yeah.
I genuinely just like helping people. That's
Yeah,
really it.
Yeah.
and
No,
I'm be honest with you,
yeah.
man. Like a lot of your content, I think I was so drawn to you when I first saw your content because I was like, man, like we think about the same, we have the same conversations with other people, or I feel like I don't know if you have those type of conversations with other people, it gets uncomfortable for
Yeah.
other people. But when I have
Yeah.
those conversations, I like for people to think about certain things before they just believe something. So that's why I found a lot of value in your content, and that's why I had to reach out to you, man, to get you here. Because I was like, man, like we gotta have a discussion. You know, we gotta have a discussion
Yeah.
about it. You know, some things that we believe in or we don't believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and yeah, that's a good intro, man. Yeah, so you pretty much Texas native. We all affiliate with Texas in some sort of way. And
Mm-hmm.
um,
Sure.
growing up in Texas, man, I grew up in Texas, and I realized that Texas has a lot of diversity.
Yeah.
Whether if you want to get race specific, culture specific, there's a lot of different variations of people that are in Texas. But one of the things that I've had trouble with growing up, man, um, I had made this episode called "Don't Box Me In" on my
Yeah.
on my private private YouTube channel. Basically, what I'm talking about is don't box me into a certain category, and I
Okay.
truly believe in the fact that race doesn't exist. It's just a construct, something somebody made up.
Mm-hmm.
And in my video, I said, you know, I don't believe when people ask me in totality, "Hey, are you black?" or they say like some along the lines of that, or they say, "Hey, what is your nationality, or like where are you from?" and all stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, I would respond with, "I'm American," or if they want to get into specifics, I'll say, I'm American with indigenous background, with African background,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature. But a lot of times I would get feedback and they'd be like, "Nah, man, you just black," and I don't like when people try to box me into a concept. I never believed the concept of being black at all. I was just like, man,
It's not. There's no land or country or nationality named black.
you say, yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't like when us in America we box ourselves into these categories that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to kind of get your feedback on that. Like what do you believe in? Like when someone asks me like, "Hey, like if they want to really know who I am, like who you are and what race do you affiliate with?" I just offer them my DNA ethnicity background. I don't offer like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm black." I don't do that. I just say I'm
Yeah.
American.
Because that's I feel like a race and an ethnicity is two different things. I think a race is like you said, a category.
Yeah.
Ethnicity is really you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like I feel like the government wants to make things easier for them to control us, and
Yeah.
so how they do for us is divide and conquer. And so it's backwards when it comes to their own people. If you're already divided, they approach it backwards. If you're already divided up, they're gonna bring you together. If you're already together, they're gonna divide you up. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say y'all are already divided up. You got Kenyans, you Nigerians, and all every black, every dark tone race that there is out there, or ethnicity that there is out there. They live in America, and I feel like on paper it shouldn't just say black. It should say all the damn countries. If you don't know your nationality, that should be something that you get done before you even get enrolled in school.
Mm.
But I feel like they do this to make it easier. So everyone that's dark colored is black. Everyone that's white colored is white. And y'all get this and they get this. And so it's easier for them to just keep it up. And at the same time, think about it like, bro, if blacks didn't, if white and black didn't exist, there would be no race war. Because Nigerians wouldn't be taking over Jamaicans' problems just because they got the same color of skin. No, they're from two different islands, two different
Yeah.
lands.
Yeah.
uh
I feel you, bro.
Scottish people wouldn't be taking over Russia's problems because they're from two different lands. But when you put them together, that means their problems are mixed with their problems, And so you put us together, people gonna be comparing us to the Haitians. The Haitians sometimes come over here, bro. It was like literally a period of time where Haitians was being like they was migrating from their land and they came over here and was eating the animals in the backyard. That's what they do.
Yeah,
But
that's
over
yeah.
here, we're not used to that shit.
Yeah,
And so it's like, okay, that's when you can say, oh, that's the Haitians that's doing that shit. But then you got people walking down the street, white folks that don't know shit, and they looking at it like, oh, damn, look at them black folks back there eating cats. So it's like you putting all of us in one category.
One
And one thing
category.
yeah, it's a category.
Yeah.
And a category is just a statistic. So it's black people, white people, these are just statistics, bro. Like, okay, it's this many white people, this many black people, this many kids, this many adults, this, that, and that, and that. They want to put numbers on everything. So the reason why that they got it black and white is because it's easier to count. I can't just go to somebody and be like, are you Nigerian or are you from Egypt? What are you? Nah, you're black. Your skin is dark. Okay, bet. I'm putting you on. You're in the black side. Okay, who are you? I don't even care if you're from Canada. You're white. What do they call them? Latin. Oh, you're Latin. Okay, you look Hispanic, so you're Latin. So it's like so many. Think about like if you think about Latinos, bro. You see a Latino, you don't know where they from. If you don't know your shit, you see them, you don't know where they from. Like, oh, where
That's
you
what I'm
from?
saying.
I'm from El Salvador. Oh shit, I thought you were from Mexico.
Yeah.
No, you don't just call. They don't have one name. They have their real nationality attached to their name and shit like that. So it's like, okay, boom. What are you? Oh, I'm El Salvadorian, not fucking orange. Like this, it's little shit we just look past that I feel like, bro, if we just sat down and like,
And just
okay, maybe shit would be
eliminating certain
different.
shit, right?
Yeah, shit would be different if I knew where I actually was from. Cause this tattoo right here, I got this on me. I'm finna get the whole everything I mixed with. I'm finna get it on my arm.
Mm.
Cause I took an ancestry test, bro. I know everything that I am. And I don't want to say, just like you said, I don't want to say I'm black, bro, because that's not a real race. That's
It's
a
not a real
statistic.
thing.
Yeah.
I am Nigerian, I'm Kenyan, I'm Trinidadian, Papua New Guinean, and it's all gonna be on me. And I'm just tell people this is what I am. I'm not black, I'm not this.
Yeah.
I always put other whenever I'm doing a job application, bro. Cause
Yeah, that's actually smart. But nah, like really, I mean, for me, being black, I mean, I'm a mixed baby. So I'm over here. I'm black. I'm Mexican, and it's always just been like for me, race has just been a social construct that's been interpreted in a way for anybody to come in. And so when it can be interpreted by anybody, that means it can mean anything. And so, and that's my thought on it is like everybody can come in and think of it anyway. So when we're talking about the Haitians coming in, they're going to associate them with black people coming or people here that are already here on the state side that had nothing to do with that. But they're going to insinuate that's what it is. And so a lot of this thing, especially with this whole idea, I don't know if you've been seeing it, the idea of black fatigue. And
black
so
fatigue.
I
Yeah, you
don't know.
yeah.
Have you been seeing that online or anything? Okay, so it's like pretty much black fatigue is what a lot of people have been saying. Like they're tired of like the ghetto ness of black people. Like they're just tired, like people acting ghetto and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm like me personally. I'm like, I kind of agree with, but the thing is, they put it on black people though, and
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
like you're still putting it on the entire race. And you're saying black fatigue. You're not saying ghetto fatigue. You're not even saying nigga fatigue. You know what I mean? It's
no,
just
black
straight up black.
fatigue.
You're
Damn, that's
just
fucked up.
boxing there. Yeah. And so they're putting black people in this category saying that it's all black people. I'm like, no, black people
Mm,
are out here working, doing like it's a real thing. When you have a chance, check it out. But yeah,
I
it's
have to
like,
dive into that.
yeah, man. And so it's like this whole idea of black fatigue. I'm like, no, it's not black fatigue. It's ghetto fatigue.
Yeah,
Really, really, if you don't want to get too vulgar about it, it's ghetto fatigue.
I
And
got ghetto
so,
white friends.
yeah. Oh, yeah, same here. And there's ghetto white people that I know back in my old hood and shit like that. Because I'm from Flint, Michigan.
Oh
And
yeah.
so, yeah, so I'm from Flint, Michigan. So shout out to the A10. But but yeah, man, it it's that idea of where you just box in a certain race to look a certain way, and it's like I don't rock with that. And so it's like that's what
Mm.
I mean by it can be interpreted by anybody because anybody could just come out and say, "Oh, it's this," and then there'll be a certain group of people that believe that, and so reminds me of an old Morgan Freeman interview when they're talking to him about Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
And so I I can't remember what it was. I think it was on CBS or something, 60 Minutes. And they were talking to him about Black History Month, and he said ridiculous. That it was ridiculous that why are you going to relegate my people's history to a month? You know what I mean? And so,
Oh,
and
it's the shortest month of the year too.
yeah, and the shortest month of the year too. And it's like, and not to mention, if we also want to talk about Latinos, they only get a week. They just gave them a month. They only get a week. It was only like Latin week, I think. We just got a month,
Yeah.
and that's all. And that's not even breaking down Hispanics either. And so,
That's sad, bro.
yeah, so it's like why? And the thing is, I don't want a month. I want that shit to be taught every day. And so
Man,
I don't want a month. If I have to wait a whole month just to see some fake white coworkers wearing a fucking what's called a daishiki and those Kufi Kisse hats, if I gotta wait a whole year just for that, I'm like, nah, I don't want it, bro. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I don't know. That's just me on the real. And then you start mixing months together, and it's like, what does this all really mean? Like they mix Pride Month with Men's Mental Health on June. They mix Pride Month with Men's Mental Health Month. They mix, if I'm not mistaken, it's in June, and
Yeah.
That's
a lot of things. Yeah,
Love my
and so
that's
yeah,
crazy.
so it's like you mix all this other stuff together, and it's like, what the hell does this all mean? And so it's like when you look deep into it, it's like, what does this all truly mean? Am I just over here, just believing in whatever somebody else is saying? And then so going back to that Morgan Freeman interview, he's like, the only way to stop racism and all the ignorance is to stop talking about it and start looking at us as the human race, more
Yeah.
or less. I'm
Human
paraphrasing.
race. It's a human race.
And so,
Human
yeah,
right.
and that's what I've been seeing a lot. And so going and the whole black fatigue thing too has got like a lot of people riled up. I don't know if you've seen that the situation with Carmelo Anthony. That
Mm-mm.
so it's a young teenager from Frisco, Texas, who stabbed. He was a young black boy.
I seen that.
Yeah, so he stabbed that one white boy, and it created this whole dilemma, this whole thing on the internet. A lot of nastiness. So he had killed this one young boy named Austin Metcalf, if I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, he stabbed him in the chest or something, and he died in his brother's arms. Messed up stuff, and so a lot of white people were like trying to use that situation to justify being more or less racist online and saying, the whole black fatigue thing and everything. It was like that was pretty much what kind of started it, along
That's
with
crazy, man.
and so yeah, man. Just when you check it out, man, definitely would like to follow up on that and hear your thoughts on it because it was something I saw and it was just like, nah, bro, this ain't
I
it.
gotta look into that, bro, because that's like it's a real thing, bro. Like
Yeah,
I wouldn't say black fatigue. I say ghetto fatigue, dog. I
yeah,
have that shit, bro. Because
yeah,
I have a just like I got a social battery, I got a ghetto battery too, and that shit way smaller than the social battery. Can't be around ghetto
Yeah.
shit for long,
oh
bro.
yeah, most
My family
definitely, yeah,
ghetto.
yeah,
Like my
exactly,
family ghetto, bro, but they classy too. So it's like
oh
I've
yeah,
been around classy and ghetto, and that ghetto shit draining, bro. It's
yeah,
loud, obnoxious,
yeah.
disrespectful, bro. It's like it's not humanly decent, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, most definitely. Like the ghetto
yeah,
fatigue is real, dog. It is real, and which I'm thinking a lot of people got confused, but then at the same time, they put in the category of black people and started saying this and that, and it got out of control.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy out in these internet streets. But
hmm
yeah, man. Go ahead, and do your thing, big dog. Got anything else on the subject?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's really it. I don't agree with the label of being called black. I just don't agree with it. Like when people honestly, it pisses a lot of people off, but I really don't care. When people say, "Oh yeah, man, like you black," or like this is your month or this is your, I'm like, hey man, don't do that to me. I
I
don't.
got that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't vibe with. I'm black. Like I did a DNA test too, and I
hmm
found out I'm more indigenous than I am from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly, bro.
Yeah,
So
I'm more
you're
indigenous.
really American.
We're American. That's why. That's why I'm like when people ask me when you go to other countries. Actually, I go to Colombia a lot, right? Uh,
Yeah.
Shout out to my Colombiana. She's commented in the chat. So I go to Colombia a lot, right? And then when you go over there, they don't categorize you as like, oh, he's a black American. No, he's American. He's a
Yeah.
gringo. That's it. He's a
Ha.
gringo. They don't fucking give a damn about like what race you are or not. They don't care about that. Over there in South America, there are more like dark skinned indigenous people than there are here. So they don't
Really?
believe in all that. They don't. Yeah, there's more. Like if you go to South America, there are more dark skinned indigenous people than there are here. Like there's a higher
Mm.
concentration down there. But yeah, they don't believe in that concept. That's just something that America believes in. And for your point, to control us, to categorize, to have a number. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hmm.
really what it is. But that's really, that's all I wanted to talk about with that topic. Um, we got I'm gonna pass over to Barco for the next one.
Gotcha. And so I know you also cover things like conspiracy theories and also all sorts of stuff. So I was going to ask, what's a conspiracy theory that really hits you like hard, like it really hit home, and it was like something that you had to get out there regardless of what anybody said? Like, what was the conspiracy theory that really got you shook?